Welcome to Triumph IAS. It's a daily mains practice question and answer series. This program is exclusively designed for UPSC CSE aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE mains previous 25-year questions. Question number 1. Discuss the multidimensional implications of uneven distribution of mineral oil in the world. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Mineral oil is a liquid byproduct of refining crude oil to make gasoline and other petroleum products. Petroleum and mineral oil are at present the most important energy fuels. The countries in the Middle East region Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE, Qatar, Oman and Syria constitute the richest oil region on the earth. India is highly dependent on West Asia for its energy needs. The main body of the answer is, due to uneven distributions of mineral oil in the world, it has the following social, economic and political implications. Number 1. It leads to great power conflict over the control of the region. USA's interference in the geopolitics of West Asia is one of political consequences. Number 2. Many developing and least developed nations has to face huge trade deficit due to a lack of oil reserves. India is the world's third largest crude oil importer and facing a current account deficit. Number 3. It gives upper edge to oil-producing nations to decide the prices of crude oil. This makes the global oil market volatile, which leads to a rise in oil prices and leads to inflation in the domestic market of various nations. Number 4. It also leads to uneven economic growth across the globe. The rise in import prices directly hampers the capabilities of the government to spend money on welfare schemes. Question number 2. Besides the welfare schemes, India needs deft management of inflation and unemployment to serve the poor and the underprivileged sections of the society. Discuss. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Being a welfare state, India promotes the idea of economic and social justice through preamble and articles of DPSPs. For completing this goal, government has launched various welfare schemes such as Magnarega, Mudra Loan Scheme, PM-JAY Scheme, etc. The main body of the answer is, need of welfare scheme. Number 1. Without state help, some section of society will have to face many disadvantages and will not be able to avail fair and equal life choices. Number 2. The objective of inclusive growth will remain unfulfilled. Number 3. Protect the poor and disadvantaged and equip the labor force in the lower rungs of the skill economic welfare, thus enabling them to better participate in the process of accelerating economic growth. Number 4. Vulnerable sections will always be at a disadvantage, which will lead to lower quality of life and choices enjoyed by them, which will lead to resentment and friction in the society. Number 5. Why India needs deft management of inflation and unemployment? Number 6. According to Oxfam India's report, unemployment rate in rural India nearly doubled immediately after the COVID lockdown. It went up to 7.91% in December 2021 from 6.3% in 2018 to 2019. Number 7. Unemployment is more in the urban areas as compared to the rural areas. Number 8. Unemployment among women is higher than men, both in urban as well as rural areas. Number 9. Inflation is also soaring and leading to the various disbalances in the society such as. Number 10. Poor families are not able to spend more money on nutrition, education, etc. Number 11. Fertilizer and diesel became so expensive that many sections of society are not able to sustain. Number 12. High inflation changes consumer behavior, such as if prices are rising fast, it makes sense to buy things today rather than wait for. Number 13. Increasing inflation also hampers human development indexes. Number 14. Higher inflation only going to make is vicious cycle by deterring the investment and as a result development and unemployment. Conclusion of the answer is thus, welfare schemes are necessary to create an equitable and welfare state and for achieving the sustainable development goal, but at the same time a check on it need to be there. Question number 3. Discuss different types of cybercrimes and measures required to be taken to fight the menace. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. As India becomes increasingly digitized, cyber security threats are assuming menacing proportions. The digital space in the country is susceptible to various types of intrusions such as cyber espionage, stealing of computerized data of commercial value or national importance, electronic frauds via hacking, attacks on open networks, disrupting services for a temporary period, large-scale digital assault, and so on. Main body of the answer is, as India takes significant strides towards a cashless economy and more data is being generated and stored on company networks, the associated risk of data breaches are also multiplying. White-collar crime has evolved into a smarter avatar in the last 5 years or so, and terrorism in India is witnessing a moment of change from the operational perspective as cyber goons are adapting newer technologies, such as spywares and malwares, with each passing day. Conclusion of the answer is, at an organizational level, too, cyber security is not merely a technology issue, but a management issue. Defeating cyber attack requires combined participation and sustained efforts from both public and private sectors.